Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock. We're playing Chapter 5 of You and Him. Right back where we left off, okay? Little reminder, I think last time we played, we basically got whisked off, and we are now a part of the... I think we're now Adam's social media person? I think that's what the story is right now, is that to survive and live, Adam and his crew of horrible people, we're now working for him, and he's kind of protecting us, and he's no longer trying to kill us, so that's nice. And I think literally the chapter 4 ended with us walking into a building after a bunch of photographers took pictures of us. So let's start. The frantic pulse of the club's neon lights nearly blinds you. Everything smells of smoke and sex and booze, of decisions best made in the dark. Patrons grind against each other on the dance floor in a feverish attempt to keep up with the EDM blasting through the speakers. Thank you. Ginger got me water. Say thank you to Ginger, chat. It's hypnotic in a way. Each person is living how they see fit, like stars burning out in the night. Bright and beautiful. They're all living their lives to the fullest. Every person, except for you. You knock back your drink, downing it in 3 quick gulps. It's non-alcoholic, of course. What's the point, man? You're not here for pleasure. Sure enough. You're here under Saffron's command. All of your choices swallowed up by the brutal reality that your life is no longer your own. Everything was stolen from you the moment you woke up. Can I get a hydrate, please? I love water. You plant the now empty glass back on the counter with frustration. You screw your eyes shut as you rub the hollow of your throat, the invisible collar chaining you to Adam and Saffron hanging heavy. What's the point of living without the option of choice? The free will and the ability to carve out a path for yourself. You want to steal Adam's knife and carve out a new path for yourself. One that leaves you far away from here. To a place of safety with your family remaining unscathed. Or at least what's left of it. It feels so hopeless. You idly circle your thumb around the rim of your cup. With each choice you've made, you feel like the path has narrowed out with the rest of the branches trimmed. You feel like you have nowhere left to go. How much longer can you keep going like this? How much of yourself will you lose in the process? You want to sink into the tar of despair. To let the traumatic events finally settle into the marrow of your bones. You're so unbelievably tired. One human can only take so much. But if I give up now, then... An image of your uncle flashes through your mind. Blurry, but ever present. No. You shake yourself out of your moment of self-pity. I have to keep going. Not me, then for the people I care about. My uncle! I'll find my chance. I just have to keep an eye out. You can keep fighting. Is that the guy who owned all the guns? You haven't hit your limit. Not yet. I've got this. Taking a deep breath, you feel your normal, resilient self returning. Right on time, too, as a familiar figure slips into the empty bar stool next to you, his mouth twisted into an eternal scowl. Find anything? Adam tosses a crushed cell phone onto the countertop, the screen completely caved in like someone ran over it. He was here about an hour ago. One of the dancers located his phone in the back alley on their smoke break. I guess that explains why Saffron's app pinged us as his last location. A muscle flutters in Adam's jaw. He rips off his cap and scrubs a hand through his wig, careful not to knock it off his head. Smoke curls in front of him. Adam's scowl becomes a partial snarl as his eyes cut to the man smoking a few seats down. Looks like he wants to tear the cigarette out of the man's grasp and use his skin as a makeshift ashtray. Instead, he pinches the bridge of his nose. Is he bald? No, he's a pop star, so he's wearing a wig to cover up his purple hair, because I think it's normally purple. Instead, he pinches the bridge of his nose. Of course. This is where he'd choose to fucking come and waste away his sorry fucking excuse of an existence. It reeks of people like him. Now we have to question where he went from here. It's anyone's guess. You're unable to throw out any useful hypotheticals or guesses. Yeah, Epic Slime played this. A lot of visual novel YouTubers played this. I'm extremely late to it. My bad. YouTube, I'm sorry for making you wait so long. It came out during October, and to be honest, October is spooky games month for me, so I focused on horror games. But I definitely didn't forget about it, okay, and I was looking forward to playing it. Your impression of the remaining Cake members is non-existent, thanks to the fact that none of them showed up back at the hotel where you were supposed to meet. By the time you reached the designated meeting room, Saffron got a call. King calmly explained the scope of the situation. Turn down the music? Yeah, I can do that. Kane had gone missing. That's my fave, bro. Kane's my bro. He and Ethan had set off to find him, but they needed more hands on deck in order to do so. Which is why you're now at a club of all places instead of sitting in a hotel room. At least we managed to dodge the paparazzi. You think with a sigh as you flag down the bartender for another drink. I'm pretty sure finding MIA band members isn't a part of my technical job description as a social media manager. Ah, that's what we are. Pretty unprofessional if you ask me. Not that that matters. You're just playing along. For now. Are King and Ethan meeting us here? They're searching other bars in the area. We can cover more ground with us split up into 2 groups. But we'll probably run into them at some point. He doesn't look too thrilled at the idea. I see. Then any idea on where to go from here? Adam tucks his hair back into his cap. Check alleyways. See if he's passed out in a gutter somewhere. Maybe even the bathrooms or at a different bar. There's also a possibility he went home with someone. There's a chance he ran into trouble that way. You think he got hurt? I think it's more likely he's fucking someone in a bathroom stall. Is this sort of a thing and a common occurrence for him? Why did I assume we were in a gang? We kind of are, if I'm being honest, and we're kind of forced to be in it. Adam gives a derisive snort. He's a chain smoker and a drunk. Of course it's a common occurrence. He taps 2 fingers on the countertop, snagging the bartender's attention before they're pulled away by other patrons as you contemplate this new information. Waiting for music to go down? You needed to go down even more? Okay, I got you. Is that low enough? Is that better, or is that okay now, chat? Okay. By other patrons as you contemplate this new information. Publicly, there's an air of mystery surrounding Kane. Oh, sorry, I felt like I was pretty loud, actually. Maybe I can turn myself up a little bit. And it's part of his appeal, given what you've seen from his fans. He's always labeled as the silent, but confident type. The beat's just really loud? Yeah, it kind of is. That's okay. We are supposed to be in a club, to be fair. The man who has little to say, but makes one hell of an impact when he does offer up a few words. You're not surprised that he's a party boy. Kind of fits with his brand. Mysterious bad boy. Adam orders a glass of water and takes a small swig. You raise a brow. Not a fan of alcohol or cigarettes, I see. Adam pierces you with his flashing red eyes, the hand around his glass tightening as he sets down his glass. What about me would say otherwise? I can't stand either fucking or. Based. Real. True. Just like me for real, for real. So you've drank before. Once. Never again. There's a story there. It's not a question and Adam doesn't respond like it is. He simply pulls from his glass. It's an embarrassing one, isn't it? It's not relevant to the situation. We need to find Kane, and it's clear we should keep searching. He stands up and tosses a wad of cash onto the bar. For water? Come on, we're done here. You blink and stare at the crumpled up $100 bills. The bartender does too. Living life without having to double check your bank account balance or the money you throw around. What's that like? Couldn't be you, that's for sure. You follow Adam towards the exit, mumbling to yourself, eyeing his pocket where that thick wallet is. Yeah, gimme. Maybe if I can rob you, we can start fresh. My uncle and I can change our names, move countries. What was that? Speak louder. Can't hear you with all this damn noise. Just wondering how much your net worth is. I don't know. Saffron would probably have a better estimate. Why? No reason. You meet his gaze. Hey, how do you feel about getting hitched and pairing it with some life insurance? Adam's eyes shoot wide. The tall monster of a man stumbles over his own 2 feet. He manages to catch himself in time. I'm imagining we're like in the middle of a club. We had to whisper that in his ear, and like 5 like drunk dudes are just staring at Adam on its face, like almost at the floor. When he meets your gaze again, his cheeks are flushed, stained red like wine. Oh, so it's not just sex that causes strong reactions. Relationships are a weak spot too. Noted. What? Why are you asking me that? Because I'm genuinely curious. His lips part and he searches your gaze before a realization comes over him. Is that the only thing that came? The flush instantly cools, his eyes narrow. You'll never put me in a vulnerable enough position to kill me. Damn. He's an idiot. He figured out you'd off him for an insurance payout. What a shame. You decide to point out the flaw in his logic rather than admitting he caught on. What about the highway and trailer? His hand climbs over your mouth and his fingers flex as his eyes flash an intimidating red. You've struck another nerve, this one deeper. Raw and personal. Good. It's the least he deserves after all he's put you through. Those were rare fucking instances. You'll never put me in that position again. You quirk a brow as if to ask if he's sure about that. He grinds his teeth before tearing his hand away from your mouth to press his palm into the small of your back. Enough. We're wasting time. He presses you forward, a clear indicator that he's ended the conversation. Good, because I want to look at Kane. Adam leads you outside and draws out his phone while you wait for him to inform the others that Misty Treasures, the club you were just in, is a dud. The night is warm, a damp summer that draws sweat from your pores and discomfort in your own skin. But the stars that shine above and swim amongst the black ink of the sky offer a small reprieve. It's a quiet moment alone with nature. One where Adam is too distracted to interrupt. Everything feels deceptively calm. Single moment of peace that you cling on to for dear life. You tilt your head back, close your eyes, and that's when you feel it. Slight throb at the base of your temple. Barely noticeable, but there. I feel like it got really quiet. It's not the only thing you feel. Oh! Something. Or someone. Oh, is watching you. Ugh. You drop your head as your eyes snap open to survey the street corner you're currently occupying. Adam's the first person you check. But he's not even paying attention to you. His focus is still set on setting out the update. So you look elsewhere. The darkness makes it harder to figure out where the source of the uneasiness is coming from, but you manage to catch a glimpse of the perpetrator. A shadow hidden in the swarm of people flocking the sidewalk leading into Misty Treasures. Their figure is stagnant, their features indiscernible from this distance. Who is that? You squint trying to pinpoint anything that'll give away their identity when a sharp pang goes through your head. You hiss and grasp your skull. Now's really not the time. But the sensation only worsens until your vision begins to blur. What's wrong with me, bro? You hear Adam's voice. He calls your name. When you blink, the headache dissipates. And the figure reveals itself to be just a normal shadow that's disrupted when someone passes by. You relax if it weren't for the fact that you feel like you're still being watched. The hairs at the back of your neck standing on end. What is it? Nothing, just... You furrow your brows trying to figure out where the real threat is. Just what? Spit it out already. I can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. Adam says nothing. You wait for him to harp on your concerns or dismiss them. He takes you by surprise when he simply puts his phone away, his eyes cutting from person to person, before wrapping an arm around your shoulders and drawing you close. He tugs down his cap, but his eyes remain observant from underneath the bill. No offense, Adam, but that fucking bright red hat ain't hiding us from shit, okay? It makes you stand out. Why did you pick red of all colors for your baseball cap? Oh yeah, he's a himbo. Then that's our cue to leave. This way. Adam doesn't cut through the alleyways, only sparing them passing glances to keep an eye out for Kane. He walks under the glow of the streetlights, even better. Every flicker of movement draws his attention. Cars, pedestrians, you name it. Nothing slips by without his notice. He's one of those, like, ex-military guys who are like, I'm always scanning the area for threats. I always scan. He tucks you closer into his side whenever someone deigns to walk past you two. His body tightens. a weapon ready to fight. I'm surprised you're taking me seriously. You say once he relaxes after a woman wearing headphones passes by, rocking out and barely paying them any notice. Prey tends to know when they're being watched. It's better to listen to your base instincts than brush them off. Did you seriously just call me prey? Adam smirks, not even bothering to look at you, you piece of shit. Do you feel like you're anything else when dealing with someone like me or Saffron? Yeah, pissed. He tries stomping on his boot, but to no avail, as he easily dodges the movement. Damn, I just look like an idiot. His smirk reverts back into a scowl. Stop fucking around. If someone is really watching us, then it's best we get to a crowded area, somewhere with plenty of eyes. The next club on our list should suit us perfectly. What? Not gonna confront them and stab away your problems like usual? Like you tried with me? You shake your head. I see how it is. Keep running your mouth and I'll let my knife occupy it. Which knife are you talking about there? Because getting kind of confused, since you've made it very clear you'd fuck me if you could. The knife tucked at my belt. Wow, it's that big, eh? He stops short when your words finally register, and you watch him flip through a fun range of emotions like the changing channels on a TV. Damn, bro. Well, on an uplifting note, at least you get the chance to antagonize a sexually repressed murderer. And he's unable to stab you because of that inner turmoil. Honestly, it really is the little things in life. You pat his back, a mocking lilt to your words. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to it later after we've found Kane and you've had time to process these very confusing feelings. We're not coming back to anything. And I'm not here to argue with you about my previous lapses in judgment. You really like to dance around the truth like a politician rather than just admitting it for what it is, don't you? I'm not dancing around anything. I didn't ever say I wanted to. He trails off, shaking his head. Then what was with the whole I hate that I want you thing back in the trailer? As I seem to recall you attempted to kiss me, and here I am still alive because of it. You can make excuses until doomsday about why I'm alive, Adam. But if you really needed someone to track down that woman in my aunt's picture, then it would be my aunt alive, not the other way around. I can see it, and I'm pretty sure Saffron knows something is up. You're the only person here still sitting in denial. And honestly, it's getting fucking sad. A hand clamps over your mouth. You glare at Adam, who curls the arm around your shoulders in order to bring you into the encirclement of his body. The yellow glow from the streetlight flickers. Let me make one thing clear, little devil. The next time you open your mouth about what happened between us, I can swear to you, your uncle will end up 6 feet under with your own loud mouth listed as the reason for his death. His eyes flicker off to the side for just a moment before returning back to you. So I'd suggest. His fingers flex, the hand over your mouth pressing down harder and warning. You keep those lips of yours shut. And with that, his hand drops in your left, seething. Why is he so mad? We might be pissing him off. We might be teasing him a lot about him being sexually repressed. Just a little bit. Threatening my family over me throwing barbs. You're pathetic, Adam. I'm only stating a fact, little devil. You hate him. You really hate him. It almost makes you tear up in frustration because he's trying to strip you of everything, but yet he won't strip for me. One wrong move and it's over. The shackles feel tighter than ever before, and you want to shove him into the concrete wall and kiss him. Dig your nails into his eyes. Oh, yeah, definitely not kiss. But all you can do is play your part until you can find some way to take back control of your life and your choices. When his arm wraps around you, you obediently follow him to the next club on the list. Envision, trying to calm yourself down. Yo, Leona, what's up? Acting out without reason will get you nowhere. True enough. Your only saving grace is the fact that you no longer feel eyes on you once you hit the more densely populated area. You're not surprised. Envision is the largest club Park Bend has to offer. There's too many witnesses around if whoever was watching intends harm. They'll need to wait for a better opportunity. An issue you'll probably deal with in the future. For now, you and Adam bypass the number of people waiting to get into the club. The line starts at the building's entrance before stretching down the sidewalk all the way towards the end of the block and disappears around the bend. The bouncer takes one look at you two. He frowns. What do you think you're doing? Get back in line and wait like everyone else. Adam takes this in stride, reaches into his back pocket, pulls out his wallet and flashes his ID. The man's eyes practically pop out of his skull. He looks from the ID to Adam, then back again, trying to discern if he's seeing the real thing. Adam lifts the cap to give a better perspective. Strands of his purple hair peek out, as does the scar over his eyebrow. Please keep this between us. I'm just here looking to meet up with a friend. The bouncer clears his throat and steps aside after unclipping the rope to let you two through. Of course, Mr. Godden. Right this way. A few people in line voice their complaints, but they're drowned out as soon as you step inside. The thump of the music in a narrow hallway with an escalator climbing to the second floor greets you both upon entry. Nice. I love hanging around a rich guy. This is great. You ride it up until you're dropped off on the second level. Adam steers you towards a beaded curtain, lifting the strings out of the way and ushering you to the other side. Nice pizza. Your jaw drops. Holy. Misty Treasures was nothing in comparison to what you're bearing witness to. The floors are jam-packed with human bodies. You can practically feel the heat and sweat dripping off of them as they sway and grind to the song's fast tempo. Now I feel like I have to turn the music down, don't I? Chat, have you ever been in a club like that packed? I've personally never done that. I know I wouldn't care for it. It's not for me. Okay. I have a very strong feeling I need to turn that down just a bit. But yeah, I've never gone to a club like that. Crazy. Period. So I can't really imagine it other than like what I've seen in movies. But honestly, I would probably hate my life. Professional dancers dressed in ripped clothing throw their heads back as if in ecstasy as they dance on small elevated platforms. Festival stages? Well, I hope you had fun. You squint thanks to the flashing lights. Finding Kane in all of this won't be an easy task. Take a step forward to try and get a better view, only for Adam to pull you flush against his chest. Okay. You peer over your shoulder at him. Mind letting me go? You're to stay with me at all times, little devil. I don't need you wandering off and getting lost. You pitch your eyes skyward. Yes, because I'll definitely get lost taking 2 whole steps away from you. You would. Forgive me for forgetting. I'm oh so incompetent. Whatever would I do without my dear Stalker taking care of me? His lips curl into a snarl. I miss when you were fucking unconscious. And I miss having personal space, independence, and freedom. But since that's now gone, I guess we're both gonna have to deal with our mutual disappointment, pretty boy. I told you not to call me that. Do I look like I care? You look around the room like you're looking for any fucks that you have left to give before refocusing on Adam. Oh wait, are you going to threaten my uncle for the millionth time because I called you something you don't approve of? I could call you so much worse, Adam. The English language has a colorful vocabulary. If you don't like Pretty Boy, then I could find the far more suitable nickname for you, free of charge. Are you done? I don't know. What do you think? I think... He cuts himself off as his eyes fixate on a spot right above your head, somewhere on the 3rd floor. Yeah, we're ripping into him at every chance we get. His lips curl into a snarl. What does that fucker think he's doing? Hey! There he is! My green-haired himbo! Yeah, I like Kane. Kane's cool. I like Kane. If I was gonna get stalked and almost murdered and kind of taken hostage from, I hope it was Kane. Just personally speaking. You turn to see what Adam's talking about and notice a semi-familiar head of green hair standing on the 3rd floor where only the VIPs can go. The man leans against the railing, the end of a cigarette burns cherry red between his fingertips. He takes a deep drag before blowing out a puff of smoke. Lights dance around his form, illuminating him in blues and pinks and reds and greens. But unlike everyone else who's having the time of their life, something about him feels like the equivalent of a black hole located at the center of a solar system. A sort of emptiness surrounded by glittering light with bags under his eyes to match. It's like he hasn't ever had a decent night's rest. Damn. It's almost like killing people weighs on your mind and subconscious. But... yeah, I really like the colors too. Yeah, this was a really good CG. If he is part of Mikey Mouse Murder House, the fact that it affects him in some capacity is better than what can be said for my current company. Man, that bar is really fucking low, isn't it? It's just straight up in hell at this point. Satan's probably using it to play jump rope. Mikey Mouse. You think you do yourself when a hand wraps around your wrist and suddenly you're being hauled into the crowd after Adam. Stop spacing out. Let's catch him before he fucks off again. His eyes never waver from where Kane is standing as he pulls out his cell phone from his free hand. Dig for the bar? He hits the speed dial and presses the phone to his ear. He weaves through the crowd with ease. We've located Kane. He's at Envision, and we're headed in his direction now. Tell Ethan and King to get over here and keep an eye on the exits just in case he tries dodging us. Adam hangs up, not giving the person at the end of the line a chance to respond. Why are pop stars killing people? It's mostly just Adam, and the only reason they deal with it is because he was kind of a super pop star, and they want to keep making money off of him. So they're just like, fucking Adam, you killed someone again. Well, we gotta cover it up, because we want to keep milking you for every song you have. So that's kind of how it is. Also, I think the manager might be a cannibal, but that has not been confirmed. But he's basically a cannibal. So it works out for the owner, the manager, a lot of the time. You assume it's probably Saffron. Should we try grabbing his attention? Adam returns his phone to his pocket. Allegedly! Yeah, it's just allegedly. He maneuvers you so that you're hip to hip. Don't bother. If he sees me, he'll do everything in his power to piss me off. It makes this much harder than it needs to be. And here I thought you got along so well with other people. You mean to tell me that there's someone out there who actually hates the Adam Godin, one of the most down-to-earth celebrities known to man? You ooze sarcasm, briefly taking your attention off of Kane to eye the vein tickling at the base of Adam's jaw. People like him in particular have a special way of pissing me off. It reminds me too much of... He cuts himself off and presses his lips into a firm line. Too much of... no one. You give him a cursory glance. Then remember, you really don't care to hear about his backstory enough to figure out what he means. It has nothing to do with you. Knowing what he's referring to wouldn't change anything. You're still trapped. Your attention flits from Adam to Kane. And you find your gaze colliding with his, realizing that he's been staring at you if the ash gathering at the end of his cigarette is anything to go by. His brow is furrowed, like he's trying to puzzle something together. By his expression, you think he'd seen you somewhere before. Then he seems to finally register Adam's presence. The confusion gives way to detachment, and he pushes away from the railing, sparing you one last glance before he disappears. Fuck. Adam picks up the pace and reaches the base of the steps leading up to the 3rd floor. Can I have just a second? I just got a text. My housemate was like... My housemate was like, yo, bro, McDonald's got a new salted caramel pie. You gotta try it out. This fucking guy, man. Okay, I got a sweet tooth, but what the fuck? I will try it. He's not wrong. He knew that he was right in messaging me. He wasn't wrong. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I love salted caramel. He also, I think he said he got some Starbursts or something for the house. So, nice. I can try Starbursts. Based. Hope he got you one? Nah, he doesn't have to go that far. He got some candy, though. Some discount Halloween candy, so. He just texted me to let me know. I was like, oh shit, is this like a problem? Because he knows good taste. He's got a huge sweet tooth. My roommate, fuck, man, he's crazy. He's got a huge sweet tooth, chat. It's like a McDonald's pie, so it's like one of those crappy little tubes, but those are always good. I still like them. Trash taste. He wastes no time flashing his ID, passing through security with ease as he hauls you up to the 3rd floor in search of the other man. Sorry, YouTube, I probably forgot to... I'll probably edit that out. YouTube? Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. Adam grabs one of the waiters by the shoulders. And before I forget to edit that out. If you saw all that, YouTube, I'm sorry. Did a man with piercings, green and black hair, about 6'2", pass through here? There's a lot of people here matching that description. Adam shoves the waiter away, who manages to catch himself. Wow, rude! To the Hungarian waiter. He huffs as he walks off. Useless. And here Saffron was worried about me ruining your image when you do that all on your own. Good thing you're in disguise. What is that waiter voice? What's wrong with it? Imagine the buzz from the media if you weren't. Can you shut the fuck up for 5 minutes? You and this club are giving me a fucking headache and I can't think. You yank your wrist out of Adam's grasp. You know, if you weren't such a dick to the people around you, you wouldn't be dealing with this issue. If you treat him the same way you treat me, I'd take one look at you and cut bail too. You really think he's the innocent party here? I don't think anyone within your band or circle can be considered innocent. I'm just empathizing. Do you know what that means, or do you want me to pull out the textbook definition? Here, let me see your phone and I'll bookmark it for you. You keep testing my patience, little devil. Who do you think is in charge here? Or... Adam leans closer and grips your chin between his fingers. He draws your face up. A cruel smirk plays at his lips. Is this a way to feel like you have some semblance of control over the situation? Your sarcasm gets worse each time I have you pinned. Do you want me to make it worse? Because I'm fully capable. I'll strip you of your voice next, little devil. I'll take away the last thing that makes you feel safe. Your blood rolls to a boil. You curl your hands into fists. You're really getting sick of this man thinking he has full control over you, and using every threat and method in the book to force you into submission. Fuck this. You're taking back control. Like you wanted to earlier, you're taking that knife and carving out a new path for yourself. You think about his wallet thick with cash. About him refusing to drink even a drop of alcohol at the bar. A waiter passes by with a silver tray filled with shot glasses, and you wrangle yourself out of Adam's grasp to snag one. Before he can stop you, you take the entire shot into your mouth. What do you think you're doing? You don't answer, and instead press your body against his, lining yourself up so that your hips are slotted. You brace your hands flat on his chest, and push while he's stunned, locked by your willing proximity. Hey, yo, why did he make that face? Hey, yo! He's like, alright, I was lying. Please fuck me. Bro folded so quick. Adam loses his balance thanks to the U-shaped couch sitting just behind him, and he falls back, first onto the plush leather cushions. Why did the porn music start playing? Hey, yo. I gotta turn down. I gotta turn down the porn music. What the fuck? Okay. You waste no time crawling over his fallen form. You trap his waist between your thighs. You're now the one in control while Adam flounders to make sense of the sudden shift. His cheeks are flushed cherry red. Are you completely insane? Adam demands as he tries to sit up on shaky elbows, only to lose his balance when you glide over him like water falling over stone. The movement's smooth and natural. Oh, what? Okay. You push him back into the cushions and your mouth descends on his. This was not the control I thought she was taking. I really did think we were gonna stab him, or maybe go get drunk, or like push him away and run away in the crowd. No, we're just gonna bang him. Okay. That is control in a way. The noise that comes out of his mouth is one of disbelief. 2 CGs in a row is insane, by the way. Probably because he thought you'd never kiss him again. You didn't either, especially after your proclamations back at the hospital, but this is your best shot. He's got a huge wad of cash in his pocket, everyone's focused on Kane instead of you, and thanks to your small conversation back at the other club, you suspect Adam's probably really bad at holding his liquor. It's now, or never. Bro is like 6'6" and weighs probably like 220 in muscle. I don't think one shot would make him... No, bro, no, don't do this. Adam must know you're up to something because he tears his mouth away from yours, turning his head as he pants in an attempt to catch his breath. But this is a good idea. Let's get him to go get another shot and do it again. He side-eyes you. Heat and desire are poisoned with suspicion. He's gone through this once before. If he wanted to, he could shove you off. But the fact that he hasn't speaks volumes. Look at this. Look at his little puppy dog fucking eyes, bro. He's literally, yeah, he's giving bottom vibes right now. What the hell, bro? He's so embarrassed. He's like, wait, don't go. Like, he craves you despite the consequences. Little devil. Adam breathes, his chest pressing against yours with each sharp exhale, his fists tightening. Just what the fuck do you think you're trying to pull here? The man doesn't wait for an answer, as his eyes dart towards the table, snagging on the silverware before it all clicks when he sees an empty shot glass. You can see him rewinding time in his mind. He never saw you swallow the liquor you stole off that silver tray passing by. He knows you didn't swallow it. Stop that! Get that emote out of there! No! No PogChamp! Knuckles! Get off of him! It's like, look at that, dogs. It's still in your mouth. His eyes snap back to yours. The vodka, you. Too late. Wait, we didn't slip it in the first time. You cup his cheeks between your hands and press your mouth to his mid-sentence, letting the shot of vodka pour from your mouth and into his. You tilt his head back, trying to make him swallow it as soon as possible, but it doesn't work in your favor. Yeah, no shit! His hands fly to your waist. He tries to sit up again so he can spit out the liquor, waiting to burn through his system like a trail of gunpowder through his bloodstream. Well, I guess he doesn't drink, so this would probably burn him like hell. You refuse to let him. Swallow. Swallow it! What the fuck? A strangled sound comes from deep within his chest. He's struggling. He's weak to your whims to kiss, to your body. You're so focused on getting him to swallow the alcohol that you haven't noticed the small crowd forming behind you until you hear a whistle. Hey, yo, hey, you gotta pay the $5 fee for the OnlyFans. Seems a few people have stopped by to enjoy the show. Thankfully, you doubt they'd call security. There's a few people doing the same thing upstairs and downstairs, so this isn't uncommon. How did the vodka stay in our mouth for that long? Am I dumb? No, sometimes we have to suspend our disbelief for the writing, okay? And this is one of those moments. But you do wish they'd move on already. We did already kiss him once, but yeah. I guess we just held it in the back of our throat. We're the throat goat, I guess. It's kind of awkward. Doing it by yourself on camera is different from an in-person experience, and you're on a mission here. Oh yeah! I forgot what we do for a living! Hey, y'all need to pay up! Can they do me next? You hear someone ask, no doubt referring to you. This causes Adam's eyes to snap open, and suddenly you're shifted into an upright position, Adam's arm wrapping around you like a steel bar. He presses your face into the nape of his neck as he snarls over your shoulder. Who the fuck said that? He's so jelly, dude. You didn't even hear him swallow. Damn, he's holding it in his mouth still. But what matters is that he did, and now it's only a matter of waiting. Well, thank you, random freaky bystander. I appreciate your services. Probably a clock viewer. Salute the clock viewer, chat. Took one for the team. You try glancing at Adam, but he's got you cursed. He's not letting you go, and his hold feels oddly possessive. Oddly? What do you mean oddly? This whole time he's literally kept calling you his. Territorial, even. The people behind you murmur amongst themselves. Clearly none of them want to admit guilt. You hear the retreat of steps and you feel the dagger as Adam is aiming at them, his body coiled tight like a spring-loaded weapon. You've probably got 10 minutes until he's properly inebriated. What do you know? Optimal position to grab that wallet of his. You go to reach for his pocket when his hand grips your wrist. Don't even think about it. He seethes in your ear. Don't you think you've done enough tonight? You're finally able to lift your head from his neck, but his hold around your waist remains firm. You quirk a brow at him. After all the shit you've put me through? No, not at all, Adam. If my body is the only weapon I have at my disposal to use against you, you can be damn sure I'll take advantage of it. So, all of that back at the hospital was just talk. I said I wouldn't have sex with you when I meant it. But I can do something worse. You yank your hand out of his hold before using it to slip under his hoodie once more. Your eyes catch his. His eyes darken, but he doesn't stop you. He's like, I like this. He's like, I like this too much to stop you. You glide your hand up further, find the curved mark of his scar once again. Trace the jagged edges of the wound with the tip of your finger, never breaking eye contact as he tries to remain unaffected. but you both know he's barely holding himself together. I can bring you so close to the edge. You say, your lips grazing Adam's ear, his breath catching as you flatten your palm against his scar, and then rip it all away from you. I'll show you exactly what hell on earth feels like, pretty boy. Like I'd fucking sit here and agree to that. Isn't that what you're doing right now? Your eyes flicker down to where you're still actively sitting on his lap. You've had ample opportunity to shove me off of you, and we both know you're strong enough to do so. You proved as much just a second ago to tell that guy off. You flip your hand that was tracing his scar and glide your hand across his stomach. His breathing turns ragged as you toy with him. I'm not. He hisses as you press forward. Going to keep denying it? Alright then. Push me off your lap, Adam. That's all you have to do. Just do what you say you're capable of doing, and you'll prove to the both of us that you're the one in control here. That I'm wrong about why I'm still alive, that you're not truly attracted to me. Come on, pretty boy. You draw your face closer to his, your lips barely tracing his as you taunt him. Prove me wrong. There's a moment where the world feels like it goes still. Like it's just you and Adam, trapped in a singular moment while everything else continues on. There's that one freaky clock viewer, do me next! Adam wars with himself. He battles between lust and logic, want and need, truth and denial. The need to deny the way his blood surges whenever you're close, the way his pupils expand until they're almost consuming the whole of his iris. A want that robs him of all reason, a craving that only you can satisfy. You can see when the scales tip. He wraps both arms around you, caging you against him, his lips peeling back into his typical snarl. I can't fucking stand you. You crush your mouth against his to shut him up. That's not the one clock viewer, that's all of them. Oh, true. Lust won. You've won. Damn, look at this little bitch crying. Take this tongue. In about 10 minutes or so, you'll be free. You know how I said I always hate the French chat? Well, I sure know how to French kiss. Wait a second. Wait a minute. I don't want to, though. You just need to distract him until the effects of the alcohol hits. It's not hard to make him lose control or all sense of time and reason. Wait a second, I don't want to kiss a dude. As much as he tries to deny it, it's obvious he's wanted this since the day you escaped on the highway, foregoing his desire to kill you with carnal need. His words and pleas start to slur together. You've given the alcohol enough time to work its magic. Now all that's left is... Adam's left grasping as you toy with him. You keep his mind and body occupied while you slip your hand into his pocket to steal his phone and wallet. Oh, we're going for a 2. He doesn't notice a damn thing. You drop his phone into a glass of water in order to keep him from contacting the band about your inevitable escape. You smother a smile as you tuck his wallet away. You finally received karmic justice for the destruction of your phone. It's at this point you start pushing Adam towards the brink of insanity. You spare him no mercy. He's left gasping for air, and right as he's about to hit his breaking point, right as you've got him where you want him, you stop. Adam looks confused as you sit up. Your smile is cruel. Huh? Little devil. Little devil. His eyes are half-lidded, and there's a slight smear of blood on his lip where you broke through skin when he looks up at you. Why did you stop? He shifts, clearly uncomfortable. Don't blue ball me. But it's an ache you won't soothe. I told you before, didn't I? How I'd take you to the edge. You slide off his lap before turning to face him with a cruel smile. Only to rip it all away from you. What, did you think I'd lose myself in you? Sorry, Adam. Maybe you want me, but I'll never want you. You go to leave when fingers wrap around your wrist. Don't go. It's too dangerous. He rests his forehead against your back. He destroyed your phone? No, I destroyed his phone. So that he wouldn't be able to call the rest of the band and stuff. Because they know about me. The warmth of his breath seeping through your shirt as he pants. He's unsteady, knocked off kilter from the vodka. Looks like your assumptions are right. He's bad with liquor. Why is it so hot? The room. It's spinning. He nuzzles his face into you and you bristle at the sensation. Let go of me, Adam. You knew how this would end if you didn't push me away. I gave you a choice. Now deal with the repercussions. I can't do that. You peer over your shoulder to glare down at the pathetic excuse of a man. You try yanking your wrist out of his grasp, but his fingers tighten and you realize your mistake of not tying him down first. It's on you for assuming he'd be weaker. But it's like the alcohol has enhanced both his strength with an added debuff of clinginess. Ugh. Damn it. Let go. I don't want to. Adam lifts his chin to meet your gaze. His eyes are a glossy plea like you'll fall apart once you leave. He tugs on your wrist, clearly wanting you back in his lap. Not out of lust, but because you can see there's just a desire to be close to you. You're the only thing. He whispers, his voice small and struggling to navigate through drunk emotions. His thumb circles the back of your hand. You gotta run, gotta escape. He's holding on to us, chat. He's literally like 6'6" man made of muscle, okay? It's not that easy to run away from him when he's holding you. And now he's like a fucking little... He's like a teenage boy in love with you, okay? You're the only thing that makes me feel good, and I don't know how to handle you. How do I handle someone with gentleness when I've only ever known and given cruelty? How do I treat you kindly when I know I'm not supposed to? When wanting you here goes against every promise I've made to the person who meant everything to me. His forehead thumps against your back, his voice hoarse and filled with unshed tears. To be fair, I pity Adam, bro. Bro's a murderer, and he's like, wait, this is the first time I've fallen in love. And of course it was someone I tried to kill. I can't betray her. I can't break my promise. And I want to hate you because you make me want to forget about all of that. I'm afraid you'll become more important to me than her. I'll be consumed by you and I'll forget all about her. He's talking about his mom. He has mommy issues, okay? I'll forget about the one woman who is the only reason I'm still alive and standing here. You feel him begin to tremble, his shoulders shaking as the back of your shirt becomes damp. Adam takes a shuddering breath. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I actually have a choice? This game, for the most part, is pretty, like... It's pretty, like, linear, but we'll go through the options if we got him, okay? You feel no empathy. You feel a twinge of empathy, but it doesn't negate what he's done. Put all of your grievances aside to care for him. Well, that's the let's fuck him ending, so... I guess we'll go through the choices, chat, but do you want me to be romantic, or do you want me to just run away? How do you feel, chat? Should it want me to make him cry, or do you want me to make him come? What? I mean, what? Hi, baby sloth. What's up? Ghost says ... but we want Kane, no? I don't know. Yeah, let's just... you feel no empathy. You're so right, Ghost and Cat. You feel no empathy. Yeah. Are you done? Adam doesn't respond. You huff out a humorless laugh, shaking your head. I can't believe this. What? Am I supposed to feel sympathy here? After everything you've done up to this point. Hurting me, stalking me, killing my aunt, threatening me, blackmailing me. You expect me to, what? Stick around because you've got some hidden tragic backstory or whatever? Or... This isn't a piece of fiction, Adam. It is. You've treated me like shit. You've done horrible things to me. This is exactly why you would stay with him in fiction. Excuse me, if I can't be bothered to scrape any remaining fucks I have left to give off the ground for you. I don't care to hear what happened to you, or understand what you're rambling on about. We all have our own baggage, and you sure as hell didn't bother asking me about mine when you tore apart my life. Now you want me to humanize you? Please. Learn to humanize everyone else and stop killing innocent people. Then maybe we can talk. I don't kill the innocent. You can't help it. The denial is so appalling that you bark out a harsh laugh. So what? You're saying I deserve this? Fine, let's go with that. Then what about my uncle, a man who has nothing to do with any of this? A man you don't even know personally. What about him? You finally managed to jerk out of his grasp with an... Fuck off, Adam. Adam stumbles, barely catching himself from falling as you stalk forward. Wait. You spare him one last glance as he presses a palm to his forehead, no doubt feeling the room spin. I hope we never meet again. You say quietly before letting yourself get swallowed up and into the fold of bodies. We got money! We stole his wallet, chat! Him! Okay. Drunk Adam. Adam. Yeah, yes? What's happening? Yeah. Why did it change from him to Adam? Don't go. The words die on the tip of his tongue. You've since faded into the crowd and won't hear him, even if he manages to say it again. I'd be super mad if this is IRL too, though. Yeah, of course. IRL, you'd all be pissed. Fiction, though, you'd all be begging. He screws his eyes shut. It's just the way the world works, chat. A crack fissures through his chest, like lightning piercing the night sky. He needs to get up, to go after you. But it's easier said than done when his limbs feel like rubber. It's even worse when he's weighed down by all of these emotions, none of them relating to anger. Anger for Adam is the easiest emotion to handle. It creates drive, determination, purpose. He's not used to this corrosive sadness bleeding through his chest, infecting his lungs in the way that he breathes, making it impossible to think coherently. He feels like a child again thanks to his current inability to control the flow of his tears. Before, tears meant pain. Bruises painted beneath his skin, the painting of someone else's rage hidden through the curtain of his second-hand shirt. Tears brought screaming, fists through the drywall, hands fisted through hair, punishment in the shed, hours hiding in the bathroom from an open palm or a balled-up fist. He's learned to reel them in, to hide them until he's alone, or to let anger take over when he can't. His breath comes in quick puffs. He scrubs an arm over his eyes like a child, begging not to be left alone. Don't go, don't go, don't go. It's too much. These feelings are too much, overwhelming. This is one of the reasons why he doesn't drink. He doesn't know how he'll react. He doesn't know what he'll show people. Don't go, don't go, don't go. He's a child sitting in the bathroom wanting to be held again. Don't go, don't go, don't go. Later, when he's sober, maybe he'll reflect on this moment. He probably won't even understand why he felt this way. He won't understand why he said the things he said, or why he clung to you like a lifeline. Maybe he'll think he didn't mean it. Maybe he'll think it was the alcohol's fault. Maybe he'll tell himself that there's no way you'd become the most important person in his life because of his attraction to you. And maybe Adam will believe the lies he tells himself, seeing them as truths. But right now, the only thing that matters is finding you. The one thing that makes him feel good. So Adam hauls himself on unsteady feet and stumbles towards the direction you stalked off to. This time he doesn't seek you out like a hunter stalking prey. This time he seeks you out like a lost soul seeking sanctuary. Is it going to switch back to you? Let's go, Kane! Yeah, he's hunting! Kane takes a deep drag of his cigarette, letting the shadows of the alleyway spill over him like a veil. He'd rather not deal with Adam's bullshit right now. The fact that he was sober while needing to take care of that body did a number on him. Take care of a body? He needs a cleanser. A day away from the forces breathing down his neck. He knows Adam will chew him out as soon as he's within hearing distance, getting up in Kane's face, hurling insults that he knows will get under Kane's skin. And with the day he's had, Kane's not sure if it'll finally make him snap. The thing that finally causes him to crack Adam's jaw with his fist. They're not allowed to physically fight, but everyone has their breaking point. It's a miracle it hasn't happened already. He assumes it's because everyone knows what will happen if they overstep, or become exceedingly disobedient. And because of that, it's best if he waits to deal with Adam. Kane rubs the back of his neck. Just thinking about him tightens the knots in his muscles from stress. Maybe he should have sex to loosen them, and relax his body. Yo, good night, Mikey. Have a good one, man. Speaking of sex, he thinks back to the person walking alongside Adam in the club. He thinks back to you. No doubt the new hire. Kane flicks ash off his cigarette, lost in thought before he finally takes out his phone. The extra one he keeps on hand that no one else in the band knows about, and decides to follow his hunch. Clicks on his bookmarks before he finds the site he's looking for. No way, bro. No way Kane is one of my fucking OnlyFans followers. Lonely fans. Sorry. Lonely fans? He's a subscriber. He's a tier 3 sub. There's actually only one person he's subscribed to, at least on this site. Yeah, he's a gooner. He's a gooner. Kane himself likes cosplays, so that paired with something that can set his blood ablaze is a good mix. He clicks on the account, picks a video at random. Kane watches as the person on screen performs certain acts to get the viewer's heart racing. Shit, he's getting distracted. He's just in an alleyway watching porn. Kane pauses the video and zooms in to see if he can find any notable features. The person on screen has their face covered for anonymity purposes, so it makes it harder to tell the identity of the scantily clad cosplayer. The girlies don't even care. The girlies are like, I read smut on the bus all the time. I read this smut everywhere. What's the problem with Kane looking at lonely fans on his phone in public? He can't shake the feeling that he knows you from somewhere. I mean, he is like a boy band like member, so. Thus the open staring earlier until he saw Adam walking alongside you, glaring at him. Kane takes another puff of his cigarette, lost in his own thoughts, when one of the windows belonging to the second floor of the club opens up. He finds you standing there, staring at the ground. You haven't noticed him yet, but you're sure to when you notice the light coming from his phone. He holds it up, comparing you and the cosplayer. Your builds are the same, the shape of your bodies, and the way you're mumbling to yourself is reminiscent of the person in the video. He's almost 100% sure you're the right person. A faint smile tugs at his lips and he lowers his phone. Wow, that's interesting. Kane can tell you're questioning whether it's safe enough to drop before you swing your leg over the windowsill. He's surprised you haven't noticed him yet. But you're busy focusing your attention on the ground, doing a balancing act as you lower yourself out. It's a tedious process, and you manage to drop so that you're hanging onto the window's ledge. But you're gonna hurt yourself. You probably knew it as soon as you started shuffling your way out. You can't help but notice Adam's not with you this time. He's not sure of your relationship with Adam. But considering you're crawling through the window like you're escaping a bad date, he can guess it's not good. Not that that's abnormal. Adam doesn't like anyone. Kane drops his cigarette and crushes it with the heel of his sneaker. I forget what I made him sound like. Need help. His voice seems to catch you off guard, because your hands slip and you start free-falling. Shit. You know, new CG? Oh, what? You can't just switch it, bro! You really didn't want to crawl your way out of the club through the bathroom window, but it was your only available option. Man, I love Kane, because I actually like him more than Adam, but I could already tell, man, Adam's a yandere. There's no way. I'm sorry for Kane. The size of the window wasn't the problem. It's actually a pretty decent size, and easy enough for anyone of any shape or size to finagle their way through. The problem was the drop. You were bracing yourself for the fall when a deep voice, one that sent reverberations ping-ponging through the pit of your stomach, floated through the alleyway. You never noticed the man peering down at his phone. By the time you were wrenching open the window, someone was already throwing their body against the locked bathroom door. They were slinging curses at you from the other side, and you heard a distinct crack as you threw one leg over the ledge. People are impatient when they're drunk. Worse so when they're drunk with a full bladder. You didn't want to deal with possible confrontation over locking down an entire bathroom with multiple stalls. You didn't want to wind up beaten up like the door. So you hauled ass over the windowsill and didn't check your surroundings like you should have. Need help. The shock of hearing someone's voice caused your fingers to loosen. You lost your grip. And now you're free-falling. Not all braced for landing on concrete. You screw your eyes shut and there's a slap of sneakers against the pavement before you're caught midair. Your back hitting something solid that isn't the cold, hard ground. Whatever you just caught by grunts. You blink. Concrete doesn't grunt. Last time I checked. This sounds and feels like a person. Explore the area behind you by using your hand to confirm, and you are met with a solid lower torso. Look up just to be sure, and yup, it's a person. Worse yet, it's a person you've been trying to avoid. Kane. Oh, there should have been a CG for holding him. I would have cried. I would have given Hermit my soul. In the flesh and now presenting a huge problem. Kane raises an amused eyebrow, his eyes dipping to where your hand still rests on his lower abdomen before sliding back up to meet your gaze. I would have given unknown Hermit my soul, honestly, for a CG of that. Maybe just because I'm a Kane simp, though. His lip tugs up at the corner. Careful where you touch me, baby. I don't want to accidentally mistake this as an invitation. You make a face and draw your hand away. Did he seriously just call you baby? What's with every single band member that I've met so far giving me nicknames? First Little Devil and now Baby? What next? Toaster Strudel? Ookums Snookums Pumpkin Poo? Bagel Bites? Saffron probably also has a nickname lined up for you that he just hasn't gotten to call you yet. Oh yeah, that's true. Probably either something like Lamb Chop or Medium Rare. Real. The idea makes you shudder. Kane must feel it. Are you okay? It'd be a lot better if you weren't one of the people I was actively trying to avoid. You're so close to freedom, too. Now you don't know if you'll ever see the light of day ever again. Either he's going to kill you, or drop you at Adam and Saffron's feet before rubbing his hands clean. I wasted an entire kiss on Adam for this. You want those 20 minutes back. You want a refund. No. Maybe I can still salvage this. You debate on the possibility of wiggling free and kicking him in the shin before making a break for it. Kane's expression returns to the state of mild amusement. I'm afraid you're not doing a very good job at it. A very good job at it. But really, I couldn't tell. I thought I was doing a pretty good job and... Oh shit, what's that? You point over Kane's shoulder. He doesn't even have the decency to even look. You sigh and fold your arms over your chest. Hump. Big ol' hump. Worth a shot. You can tell his amusement is growing by the second. Glad someone's getting a kick out of this. Unfortunately for you, Ethan's made me immune to tricks like that. Can I ask why you're avoiding us? I'm pretty sure it's obvious. You saw who I was with earlier and now he's missing. He gives a thoughtful tilt of his head. You gave Adam the slip and are assuming I'll tell him where you're at because we work together. Am I on the right track? See, you figured it out. How did you manage it? Why would I tell you something like that? I might need to use the same tactic again later. That you doubted that Adam would let you get away a third time via smooch tactic. Kane chuckles and it's like the thump of a bass. Fair enough. To your surprise, Kane sets you down on your feet before taking a step back. Turn to face him. What? Are you gonna see if I'll follow you willingly first or something? Kane pulls out a cigarette and lights it. There's a few cigarette butts littered around his ratty Converse sneakers. Hey! Hey, don't make fun of the ratty Converse. I wear ratty Converse sneakers. I know a thing or two about avoiding Adam. I know even more about running away when you're in a situation you don't want to be in. I don't know what's happened between you two, but... Gives a small smile and pointedly turns his back on you and leans against the alleyway wall. Smoke billows upward towards the night sky. What I do know is that I never saw anyone passing through here fitting your description. I've been out here alone, talking to myself. That's all. You. Don't believe it for one damn second. This is a trap, isn't it? As soon as I turn my back on you, as soon as I start to feel anything close to resembling hope, you're gonna pull the rug out from underneath me. I know how Saffron and Adam work. Is this where you get your sidekicks? If you're really worried, check my pockets. I don't have any weapons on me. Takes a deep drag of his cigarette, unbothered by the venom in your voice. Yeah, I like him. You don't move. You're shaking. Adrenaline pumps through your veins, and you're wondering if you can outrun him. Take a step backward, then two. Never tear your eyes away from Kane. Not gonna check. And stay safe out there, baby. On three, you spin on your heel and bolt towards the end of the alley. You wait for the gotcha moment, for a bullet to pierce your shoulder or his body slamming against yours as he catches up and pins you down. Hey yo! It's something you could see Adam doing, the thrill of the hunt. But he doesn't, and you're almost to the end of the alley, hope actually beginning to bloom in your chest. You steal one last glance at Kane. that's when you feel a sharp stabbing pain in your head. It's similar to what you felt earlier, and you're left gasping for air, the headache causing auditory hallucinations that sound like static. It's almost like it's sending off warning signals. You hear the whoosh in front of you. Oh my god, are we getting kidnapped by the people that were watching us? Kane finally turns to look at you. His eyes widen. Cigarette falls from his parted lips, and... We actually got kidnapped, bro. Crack. A blunt of force hits the back of your head. You crumple to the ground in a heap as the world falls out from under you. We got kidnapped a second time. Nice water check, though. Drink up, chat. King! That's another member of the boy band. King sits while idling in a car in front of Envision, the club Adam managed to track down Kane at. He's listening to heavy metal music to calm his nerves. Based? He's exhausted after running around. A moment of peace will do him some good. He's relaxing his tense shoulders when something hits the driver's side before falling to the ground in a heap. King rolls down the window. He doesn't want to accidentally hit whatever it is if it's still alive. He'd rather not hurt anyone by accident. No, man. King peeks out his window and finds Adam leaning against the car door. He's practically motionless. I think King... Was King the boyish one? The, Adam? Adam doesn't answer. King grows more concerned. Did something happen? Is he hurt? He doesn't see any visible wounds, but there's no telling if they're hidden somewhere beneath his shirt. Adam? He tries again, his voice still gentle, but with a slight increase in volume. Adam shakes his head, much to King's relief. Adam scrubs an arm over his eyes. Drops his arm, pauses, then scrubs his eyes a little harder this time before peering up at King. To King's surprise, Adam's eyes are red and there are tear tracks on his cheeks. Bro, just wipe them off. He looks pained, tortured. King's never seen Adam cry. None of the band members have. It sends King into high alert. Whatever happened to him must have been really bad. Adam, what happened? Adam swallows hard and he's starting to fall apart again. Help me find them. No matter where I looked, I couldn't find them. Adam curls in on himself, then resting his forehead resting on his knees as he lets out what sounds like a choked sob. Help me find them, King. I don't know what will happen to them if I don't. I don't want them to die, King. His voice goes softer, barely a whisper. I don't want them to die. Damn. Bro knew that I was gonna get kidnapped. Is it Saffron? Is it the fucking manager that bonked me over the head? What just happened? There's agonizing pain in the base of your skull and your ears are ringing. Oh wait, did Kane save us? There's genuine concern and fear in Kane's eyes as he pushes himself off the wall. Who the fuck is that? What the hell? Some Adam knockoff. Another bro wearing a wig. What the hell is this? Bro's scarred up. Bro's got sunburns all over his body. He's sunburnt as hell. Crispy. Bro been standing in the sun too long. Kane takes a step in your direction when your assailant steps over your fallen form and approaches him. Older brother? Nah, I don't think so. I think he's just a... Well, actually, I think he does have an older brother. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe not. Your assailant is followed by 2 more men. Nah, it's just random. Okay. Both of which are decently armed like your assailant. You don't recognize any of them, but by the way Kane backs up as if he was just physically struck, it's a safe bet that he does. Waves of pain slice through your head as you roll onto your stomach. You struggle to push yourself upright, watching your assailant approach Kane with confidence in his stride. Yeah, the tattoos? They're actually really fucking good. They're actually sick as hell, man. What the hell? Like, this is probably the most detail a character has in this whole game, if I'm being honest. There was another character, a bartender with tattoos as well, last time, and I really like the bartender a lot. His voice is a sneer. He really gave us the runaround. I'm surprised you're... I'm surprised you managed to stay under the radar for so long, considering all that fame of yours. I'll admit it, it was pretty impressive. But unfortunately for you, your 2 friends managed to lead us right to you. 2 friends? You try to figure out who he's talking about and then it clicks. The unease you felt while waiting outside the other club. The sense that someone was out there watching you 2, observing you from the shadows. They were the reason behind it. These 3 men. But who exactly are they, and how did they assume you'd lead them to Kane? No, the answer to that is obvious. Adam and Kane worked together. If they wanted to track him down, it would be easy enough if they followed someone who knew him personally. And since they saw you associating with Adam, they probably figured it wasn't a far stretch that you may also now work with Kane. By some twisted luck of the draw, you accidentally finding Kane meant they did too. Were they following you around in the club this whole time? How's that even possible? You swore they left you alone as soon as you entered the club. When could have they had a chance to creep up on you? How did it get past both you and Adam? That's the guy who said, "Keep going, do me next." He's the clock viewer. You get your answer when you hear a vaguely familiar voice enter the fold. Who the fuck is that? He doesn't join in with the others who have circled Kane. Instead, he kneels down next to you, and you see vibrant blue eyes and a wide smile that makes your skin crawl. What is this, some ex-boyfriend? You don't recognize him, but your body recognizes the danger he poses. And we got a free show to boot, you two. The 4th man says, directing this part to you. He's short. Sure got busy on that couch. I'm honest enough to admit I felt a tad bit jealous. He really was the clock viewer! But your boyfriend is on a whole other... I felt a tad bit jealous, but your boyfriend is on a whole other level. Ooh, boy. He shivers and shakes his head. Talk about a scary bastard. Can they do me next? An ice-cold chill sweeps through you. His voice. He's the guy from earlier. The horny observer that riled up Adam. That's how they managed to creep up on us. They started tailing us when we were distracted. The man's unsettling smile grows wider, pleased that you finally placed him. A shame he's not here to protect you now. Then again, you did get him drunk, so that's a lack of foresight on your end. Holy fuck, he's such a freak, he was staring hard enough to even know what we did. He probably heard every word of that conversation. Alias, enough chatting. I'm gonna give this guy the most annoying voice ever. We should still move this along before we draw attention. Drag them over. You're lucky I'm not giving him the Mickey Mouse voice. You got it. The blue-eyed man, Alias, grabs you by the back of your collar, and you grunt as he pulls you deeper into the alleyway. He dusts his hands off once he's brought you within range of the group. Yeah, it's just a step below Mickey Mouse, the annoying voice. He did say it was like an annoying, smirky voice or whatever, so that's why I gave him the He plants his boot on your back to keep you pinned. Oh! I guess it's only fair we give you a show after the one you put on earlier. Now just sit back and enjoy, okay? The fun part's about to begin. Reese pays Alias and his antics no mind as he slips on a set of brass knuckles, threading his fingers through the holes before flexing them. He admires his beloved weapon like one would jewelry. That's kind of based. The brass knucks are kind of cool as fuck, okay? Bring him closer. The 2 men flanking Reese surge forward, and Kane struggles to fight them off. Fist fighting? Alright, fisting. I mean, it's not fist fighting, because it's not going to be much of a fight, but also at the same time, I don't think you should use brass knucks for fisting. Ugh. The 2 men flanking Reese surge forward, and Kane struggles to fight them off. With 2 against 1, it doesn't take long for them to subdue him, wrenching his arms behind his back before they force him to kneel at Reese's feet. Kane's eyes flicker to you, then back up to Reese's. At least let them go. They've got no ties to me. I don't even know them. If that's the case, you should be more concerned with what I'm going to do with you over a stranger. I'll deal with them later, but you... Reese pulls his arm back, followed by a sickening crunch as Kane's head snaps to the side, Reese's brass-covered knuckles colliding with his jaw. Oh my fucking... He's gonna die, bro. Reese examines his blood-stained knuckles, licks Kane's blood off his skin. You are my priority. You played God today. Orion is dead because of you. And you had the audacity to leave my brother's corpse to rot inside of a dumpster. Did it feel good, knowing we'd find him? Did you think I wouldn't hunt you down? Kane says nothing, his head still off to the side. Now this I'm confused about. Huh. Reese is freaky? Yeah. Scarlet drips down his chin, his neck disappears under the collar of his shirt. Only the rise and fall of his chest gives away that he's alive. He slowly turns his head to reveal a faint smile tugging at his lips. He acts like this is nothing new to him, like he's gone through worse. Kane clears his throat before spitting out a wad of blood, mucus, and a chipped tooth at Reese's feet. No, not the chipped tooth! He lets his head tip to the side. Just beating the shit out of me help make you feel better. Come on, go a little harder. Make this fun for both of us. Reese snaps. He sinks his fist deep into Kane's gut before withdrawing and continuing to do it over and over again. Kane doesn't make a single noise the entire time. He simply screws his eyes shut and endures. The sickening thump of flesh being beaten to a pulp makes your gut twist in horror and empathy. Out of everyone you've met since Adam turned your life upside down, he's the only person who's opted to let you go, who bothered to look the other way. Maybe he's a shitty person, maybe he's killed people, but the men surrounding you clearly aren't saints. You grit your teeth. Go to prop yourself up when Alias digs his heel into your back like he's crushing a bug. Hey Reese, our friend back here is getting antsy. What should we do? The punching stops. I'm not gonna lie, it's really concerning to me that this guy is just missing an eye. I know his hair's supposed to be covering it, but also, like, there'd still be eye here. I feel like that. I don't know. I know what it is. I know it's supposed to be covering his eye, but all I can see is, where's his fucking eye? Whatever you want. Kane hears this, and he begins thrashing around before Reese sinks his fist into his gut again. I told you, they didn't do anything. Neither did Orion, yet you killed him. You know why I killed him. I didn't have a choice. Bullshit. There's always a choice, and you chose yourself like the coward you are. You want to play innocent? No judgment to the artist, by the way. It's just me. That's just a thing that it's just like a bit of the tism, you know? Yeah, you're not supposed to see his eye. I totally get that. You want to play innocent? Fine. Let's play a fun little game then. Alias. Yeah. Give them to me. Oh, got something fun planned. Alias sounds pleased as he tosses you before Reese's feet. Reese nods to one of the men restraining Kane. Xander, give him the knife in your belt. Neil, keep your gun on him. If he tries anything, shoot him dead. Both men do as they're told. Kane looks down at the knife in confusion, staring down at his beaten-up face reflected in the steel. You have a decision, Kane. You can choose to sacrifice yourself for someone you consider innocent. Or you can do what you did with my brother. You can choose to be a coward and kill this person right here and now. Either way, the decision is up to you. The air gets sucked out of your lungs. Your head whips in Kane's direction. Kane's pallor has gone completely chalky white. Don't make me do this. Don't make me choose between my life or theirs. Well, it should be easy, right? You do it every time you're supposedly called on. But this person here is innocent by your standards. The right choice would be killing yourself. Reese smiles like he knows that's not what Kane will choose. Oh, that's fucked. Alias laughs. Well, I feel like we weren't gonna live either way with this like... I guess he's really good at I Spy My Little Eye because he only had just one eye. Wow. Reese raises his hand to silence Alias. Alias, go keep an eye out to make sure no one comes through here. Damn, really? Now. If you're already pissed off at me for doing this voice, I'm sorry. But I'm having fun. Alias sighs and goes to do as he's told, perturbed he won't get to watch the show. Reese nods towards Neil while addressing Kane. You've got 10 minutes to get it over with. Kill them or slit your own throat. If you don't either, or then, Neil will kill you both, so pick one or the other. Kane stares down at the knife in his hands like it's alive. Get up. You manage to stand on shaky legs, bracing yourself for a fight, and getting ready to defend yourself. Kane swallows hard. Oh, the eyes? It's just they like to cover the eye a lot. It's an art style thing. It's just, I actually like it for most characters. I just think for that one character, for me, it was just like in the back of my head, like telling me like eyeball. He slides the pads of his fingers along the sharpened edges of the blade, winces as blood wells from the slender cuts on his fingers, dribbling down his hand. He stares at it a moment, his palm open in quiet consideration. He's probably imagining how much stabbing himself would hurt. Squeezes his eyes closed, clenches his fist, and gets to his feet before holding the knife out in front of him with his uninjured hand. His eyes are apologetic when they finally open to meet yours. I'm sorry, he mouths. He let out a small, harsh laugh. You want to hate him for his decision. You want to hate him for choosing his life over yours. But like he understood why you were running away, you understand this and the need to prioritize survival. Because if you manage to wrench that knife out of his hands, you're liable to kill him too. So you don't hate him. You're just doing what you have to. So is he. Drives him to lunge for you. You're braced for his attack, clumsily twisting yourself out of the way, trying to see straight as the world spins thanks to that knock to the noggin from earlier. Your ears ring, your neck, shoulders, and headache. You want to throw up. You're in pretty bad shape, but luckily for you, so is Kane. His movements are sluggish from the beating he took, and while Adam treated his knife like it was an extension of himself, Kane lacks the same familiarity. There's a chance you can disarm him. His stomach is his weakness, no doubt bruised from those brass knuckles. All is not lost. Just need to get close enough to hit him where it hurts without getting stabbed in the process. Make him drop the knife and grab it. Easy. Yeah. Easy. By the way, it's like one of the hardest things in the world to disarm a knife attack, okay? Don't actually ever try. Just run. If you can. Kane sweeps his arm out. You stumble backwards in an effort to avoid the steel blade singing through the air. Kane pursues you. He swings out again, fully extending his arm. You're ready for it. Now. What if they throw the knife at me? Then they're an idiot. And you have a chance. Ducking underneath his arm, you surge forward, hand already balled into a fist, as you bring it up and take aim. Kane cries out as you land a hit. He stumbles back and wraps an arm around his abdomen, blood from his injured hand staining the side of his shirt. He's breathing hard, his shoulders heaving up and down. To your dismay, he's still wielding the knife. He's a pretty strong guy. Kane's expression hardens and his grip on the hilt tightens. You've done it now. You know from experience what a man looks like when he wants to kill you. This man definitely wants to kill you. Kane descends on you with the rage and fear of an animal backed into a corner, the flurry of slashes from his knife becoming wild and unpredictable. By some miracle, you keep dodging them. All of his attacks narrowly miss. You keep backing up until you hit a brick wall. Maybe... You grunt and slant to the side as he brings the blade down. Steel hits the open air. You duck under Kane's arm, but his leg darts out and you stumble, your body twisting before your shoulder slams into the concrete. You don't have time to get up when Kane kneels over your fallen form, forcing you onto your back. Kane brings the blade in a downward swing. Catch him by the wrists, trembling and struggling to hold him off. The knife gets closer and closer to your neck. Is it a game over ending? Sweat coats your forehead and your hands are beginning to lose their grip. Panic surges in your chest and you stare up at Kane as he uses his body weight to drive the knife down closer to its mark. The tip of the blade touches your skin, is yet to pierce it, but in the next second you'll lose your grip, and all of this won't be over with Kane as the victor. Screw your eyes shut. Here for the worst when hair tickles your face. Kane speaks soft and low. I'm not going to hurt you, but I need you to play along. Your eyes snap open. Kane's using his hair as a curtain to cover up the fact that he's speaking to you. Oh my god, chat. Chat, this is actually why he never grew... Dude, I kind of figured when they said that he missed every strike narrowly, I was like, yeah. No. I was like, even if he was beat up and sluggish, he would have made some connects, man. He would have connected a couple of those hits. Kane's using his hair as a curtain to cover up the fact that he's speaking to you. He's also no longer putting all of his weight on you, though it might not look like that to anyone who's watching. The murderous intent you saw earlier is completely gone. like he never existed. In the next second, I'm going to lose my grip on the knife. When I do, we're going to fight for it, and you're going to take it from me. Then you're going to act like you stabbed me in the throat and drop the knife next to me. I'll take it from there. Can you do all that for me? What? What's he saying? You stare at him in disbelief. This is a trick, right? But you remember how he swung the knife, how he got so close to slicing your skin open numerous times, yet missing by just a narrow margin. Actually stabs him? Yeah, I mean, he might have good precision, but we might not. He's been going easy on you on purpose. You're not sure how to handle this revelation. Someone not trying to kill you is uncharted territory. I love Uncharted. You're shell-shocked. Kane appears amused despite the circumstances. That's a yes or no, baby. Your response is instant as your mouth. Yes. Kane's lips tug at the corners before he grunts as he rears back, holding his ear like you bit it. The knife skitters on the concrete, and both of you gun for it, your hand reaching the hilt first as planned, before you're shoving Kane off of you, lashing the knife out. Kane dodges, and you keep the swings as if you're still locked in a battle of survival. And technically you are. Just not with Kane. The only one so far. Well, I wouldn't say that yet. You manage to pin Kane to the ground and hold the knife over him, breathing hard before letting out an agonizing cry and driving the knife down, stopping just shy of his neck. Right on cue, Kane makes a sound low in his throat, like he's choking on his own blood. He brings up his hand, the one he used to test the sharpness of the blade earlier, and holds his neck, pressing down like he's trying to keep from bleeding out. Then he goes still, his neck smeared with crimson. You let the shock settle on your face. They'll perceive it as you being stunned. You just killed someone. But what you're taken aback by is the fact that he must have planned this straight from the beginning when he sliced his fingers. Question is, will the plan he came up with on the fly work? You're a bit doubtful. As soon as they get close enough, they'll realize the truth. But you've got nothing, so you'll go with it. Breathe deep and get off of him, letting the knife drop from your fingers until it clatters to the ground, right within his reach. You, come here. Neil, go check the body and retrieve the knife. Oh, perfect! The guy with the gun is gonna go retrieve the knife. Nice. You hesitate before walking towards Reese, hoping that whatever Kane has planned works. You pause before Reese. You're not gonna let me go, are you? Reese smiles. It doesn't reach his eyes. What do you think? That you're a bad movie villain, cliche, and should do better. You. Reese is interrupted when a gunshot rings out, and you turn around to see Neil slumped over Kane's body, as Xander fires more gunshots at Kane. Oh no, it was Xander with a gun? Oh shit. None of the bullets hit Kane, who uses Neil as a meat shield. Based! He must have gotten a gun off of Neil. Oh, okay, they both had guns. Okay. Probably after he managed to use the knife on him. Kane aims the stolen gun at Xander, managed to clip Xander's shooting arm despite his unsteady aim. Reese's hand goes to his hip, where he reveals a holster. Alias, get your ass over here now. I would, but we've got trouble. Reese whips his head at just in time to see Alias backing away from the opening of the alleyway, making little hops as headlights flood the area. Alias turns tail as the car almost comes bearing down on him. Alias dives just short of where you and Reese stand. As the car comes to a screeching halt, is this Adam and King? This feels like a great movie. And Reese stands as the car comes to a screeching halt, unable to squeeze any further into the alleyway. You spot a blonde guy in the driver's seat. A brown-haired guy grins from ear to ear on the passenger side. Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler blasts through the car's surround sound. I'm holding out for a hero. Dude, that's based. The identity of these two men are unmistakable. It is literally a Shrek scene, okay? Of epic proportions. Literal Shrek levels, okay? Ethan and King have arrived on the scene. They both get out of the car at the same time, and Ethan cups a hand near his mouth. Alright, who called for an Uber? Whoa! A shot rings out, and Ethan yelps, ducking to the side. The bullet bursts through the windshield, shattering the glass. The shards litter the dashboard. Ethan looks down at the ruined windshield before looking over the roof of the car at King. Do you think this will buff out? Reese cocks his gun and draws the two men's attention. That was a warning shot. He aims the gun at your head. But the next one won't be. Neither will this one. Kane comes up from behind while holding his shoulder. Xander's body lay motionless on the ground. In the midst of all the chaos, Kane must have gotten a better shot in and wound up killing him as a result. Drop the gun. If you touch that trigger, I'll take both me and your little friend here out. Alias aims his gun, swiveling it between Ethan and King. Kane's grip on the gun tightens, and no one dares to move aside from Alias, who keeps an eye on King and Ethan. No one's really paying you any mind. They're considered the threats. You're just a hostage here. You speculate whether Adam has anything in his wallet that can help you. Other than money, you could fling at them before making your... He has a wallet ninja star. He has the wallet ninja star. Does anybody remember those? The wallet ninja, and it's like it's like a little metal like card, and it has a bunch of things on it. It has a blade on one end. He has one of those. Other than money, you could fling at them because making it rain on them would totally help the situation. You're not sure what he's got in there, wallet ninja. Keeping an eye on Reese, you inch your hand toward where you stowed away Adam's wallet. Closer. Closer. Or sorry, kosher. Kosher! Your fingers barely brush the leather when Reese drills the gun deeper into your skull. He wrenches your arm behind your back. Don't even think about it. You wince and then notice something out of the corner of your eye. Purple hair captures your attention. There's our big purple himbo! Who took off his sweater. I guess he was hot. In more ways than one. At this angle, the only one who can see Adam visibly enough is you. He's hunkered beneath the tailgate of the car, his body crouched and his head peering over his shoulder with his eyes pointed towards you. When did he get here? Did he come on foot, or was he in the car too? When the shots went off, you were too busy to pay attention and see if anyone snuck out of the back seat. Doesn't matter. Either way, he's not going to be of any help. Only you notice his eyes darting to you and then off to the side where Reese is out of sight from his angle. Almost like, does he want me to keep him talking? No, that's probably not it. But he keeps making the motion. Oh, there's not much else I can do. Can I ask you a question? No. That was fast. You don't even know what the question is. Reese looks at you. Does this gun, by any real means, imply that I'm here to entertain your antics? I mean, we're all standing here not moving and in a stalemate. You say as Adam slips forward, still crouching as you blather on, trying to keep Reese's attention on you. What's the harm in hearing me out? Because I'd rather not hear you talk at all. I think you'll be very interested in where I'm going with this. Reese searches your gaze for a moment, and you hold it. What is it? I'm mostly just speculating, but you probably know a decent amount of weapons, right? You and your friends have been carrying them on your person, after all. Yes. So what's the one called? The one that's got a handle and got, like, steel poking out of it? What's that called again? Reese wrinkled his brow, confused where you're going with this, before his eyes widen, and his head whips in the direction of the car. Kathunk! Red as a knife embeds itself into the center of his forehead. Holy fuck! You know how much strength you would have to do to go through someone's skull, by the way? Oh my god. And for them to take it all while standing? Alias whips his head towards Reese, shouts, then starts shooting wildly. Ethan and King duck behind the prospective car doors, and Adam's already out of sight. Reese stares blankly before his body slumps and falls over. His gun skitters off and disappears underneath the alleyway dumpster. You stare at the man dead at your feet. The sight of a knife embedded in a man's skull makes you want to throw up, and you're not paying attention as Alias levels his gun in your direction. Why me? Bro, why? You hear the slap of boots on concrete, but all you can see is the barrel of the gun. Flashbacks of Ruth staring at you, horrified, with the pain and drifting off into oblivion. Kane fires off a shot that clips Alias' shoulder, but not before Alias pulls the trigger. There's a brief moment of, oh fuck, really again? You don't notice the purple-haired blur before he's in front of you. He took a bullet for us! There's a grunt followed by the splatter of blood. Click, click. Alias stares at his gun. He's just ran out of ammo. He took a bullet for us, chat. He's trembling as the man he shot lifts his head. Adam's arm is bleeding from where he was hit, but it appears otherwise fine. Oh, it's in the arm. That's not that bad. It's bad, but I'd take a grenade. Okay, Bruno Mars, in my chat. What the fuck do you think you were trying to pull just now? Alias backs up as Adam stalks forward. Well, this guy's gonna be literally beat to a pulp. When I say pulp, I mean like literally his face is gonna be half gone. Alias fumbles to see if he can find any spare ammunition when Adam's arms dart out and wraps around Alias's throat. He's got him like held up in the sky by the neck against the wall, pounding his head against the wall with his hand. Don't kill me. He manages to choke out. Who even are you guys? Adam pauses and cocks his head in a predatory way. You can practically feel when it clicks because his fingers tighten around Alias's throat. Are they like a part of the cult that like he's a part of? Like the assassination cult thing? I don't know. I feel like they are, but yeah. No, I recognize you. You're the one that made that fucking disgusting comment towards Little Devil earlier. It's weird that he keeps calling us Little Devil right now. King and Ethan exchange a mutual look of confusion. They have no idea who or what Adam is talking about. Kane serves no outside reaction. Adam withdraws a knife from practically out of thin air like some goddamn magician and gives the knife an expert flip with his injured arm. Is he even human, you distantly wonder? Fast or slow? What? Adam sinks the knife into his gut and Alias claws at Adam's arms. The knife twists ever so slowly and cruelly. You look away, your stomach churning. That could have been you if you hadn't escaped Adam on the highway. The unmistakable tearing of flesh and screams cut off by a gurgle are forever ingrained in your ears as you hear the sound of a body hitting the ground. You don't dare to open your eyes until a large shadow casts over you. Little Devil. You peek up at him, this monster of a man, and prepare yourself for the worst. I don't think he's going to be upset. Maybe he won't kill you. But he threatened your uncle's life if you ever got out of line. You wait for the inevitable cruelty of his words, the sneer on his lips, the condescending attitude of a man who's never once reflected back on his horrible decisions. What? You demand when he keeps staring at you. Your hands clenched into fists and you level your chin at him. What now, Adam? I suppose you're going to say you're setting an example for what you're going to do to the people I love? Is that it? Don't let him get to you. Chin up, chest puffed like Jay used to say. Are you hurt anywhere? King's eyes shoot wide. Ethan's jaw drops. You're pretty sure you're sharing a mutual expression of shock. You wait for the punchline, but Adam's simply waiting for you to answer. You blurt the words before you can stop them. Are you? His jaw ticks, and you see the old spark of irritation in his eyes, so he hasn't completely lost it. Little Devil, just be fucking serious for once and tell me. Did they hurt you? Why does it matter? Are you gonna poke at my injuries and ask if they hurt while smirking at my misery? No, I'm asking to take care of you. Of your injuries, I mean. His brows furrow and his eyes flicker off to the side, like he's unsure of himself or what he's saying. Ethan swivels his head to look at King. Are they bothering you, King? He stage whispers. Did we give him a concussion by accident when we hit the brakes? Do you think he'll start saying please and thank you if we try it one more time? Fuck off, Ethan. He doesn't bother looking at his bandmate, too busy waiting for your response. Your fists clench. This is called You and Him. But unfortunately, just to let you know, you can only play chapters 1 and 2 for free right now over on itch, okay? Is he being serious right now? You don't understand this sudden tonal shift. Just took a shot of vodka. Is he British? Oh no, I just wanted to give him like a high-pitched voice. Is it sound British? That's funny. Maybe the alcohol is still in his system. He does still look flushed and a bit disheveled, but you couldn't care less. Not after everything he's done to you. After all, and not after all the threats, the violence, the death of your own family member. Nothing he does will make up for what he's done. Not that he cares to. It's hard to come up with voices, okay, for like more than like 3 people for me, okay? I'm not a voice actor. Don't believe this man is capable of anything like that. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to take care of me. What I want from you? He stepped forward and jabbed his chest. What I want from you is to get the fuck out of my life and leave me alone. Never want to have to hear from you again. Never want to speak to you again. Understand, or do I have to repeat myself? I can't do that, Little Devil, even if I wanted to. And why not? Give me one good reason why you can't. Adam dips his head and scrubs a hand down his face. His voice is barely above a whisper. How do people do this? What? Not gonna explain it to me? Are you gonna keep your secrets as usual? Tell me the same thing to me you did back at the hotel? Adam's lips press into a tight line before he looks up. He's like, How Riz? How do Riz? Oh, my cat's angry at me now. His gaze searches yours. You can tell he's wavering between going back on his bullshit again and being honest for once in his murder spree of a life. He comes to a decision. His voice is quiet, like a sinner preparing to open up in a confessional booth. It's because I'm not the original person who wanted you dead, little devil. I was sent to kill you. Your veins turn to ice. Even Kane appears stunned now, staring at Adam like he can't believe what he's hearing. And you suddenly remember the exchange between Reese and Kane from earlier, when Reese brought Kane to his knees and punched him square in the gut. You look to Kane. Kane? Kane swallows before nodding, tucks the gun he stole in the waistband of his jeans. Go ahead, baby. At the nickname, you feel Adam bristle, and if looks could kill, Kane would be dead on the ground like Alias. You ignore Adam. Didn't you say you didn't have a choice when you were talking to Reese? About killing his brother? Kane's eyes flicker from you to Adam before returning back to you again. Yes. Did someone order you to kill him? Yes. You finally bring your attention back to Adam now, who reluctantly stops glaring at Kane to meet your gaze. Were you ordered by the same person? It's Adam who answers this time. Yes. We were. Yeah, I kind of figured. I mean, why else would he try to kill some random chick doing OnlyFans? I mean, Lonely Fans. And there's the whole God guy. Yeah, I remember him. God is like his dad, right? That's the guy who like runs the cult. Yeah. God looks up at the stained glass ceiling meant to replicate the scene where Adam takes the apple from Eve. A moment of temptation that would forever bar them from re-entering the Garden of Eden, losing their eternal lives and the beauty that came with it. There's always an allure in indulging in sin. To dismiss God's word, to submit to earthly pleasures and embrace the taboo. He always wondered when his own Adam would test those boundaries. It's a shame, really. He's fallen so far from where he originally stood. But don't worry, my child, God is forgiving. He loves his son, so of course he'll forgive him. After all, he loves all of his children. Adam, Ethan, King, Cain, and Saffron. They're all his blessings, as are those that submit to his word. Yes, even if his children initially stray, God will forgive them. Because in the end, they will always find their way back to him. To be contondered! To be contondered, chat. That was a great ending, bro. Bro, big shout out to the people supporting on Patreon and shit, okay? Seriously, thank you. I think if you support on Patreon, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think if you support on Patreon, you get the NSFW version of the game, and I think you can play the full demo of the game. Like, whatever is out right now. But I'm gonna let you guys know. We're gonna go back to do that other decision. We'll go back and test out the other options, because I really want to see what happens if you flirt with him. Because that was crazy. I thought I picked a death route, but that was, like, really different. It was good. I liked it. Played out like a movie scene or something. But, yeah, unfortunately, the developer did have to take down parts of the game. So only chapters 1 and 2 are for free on itch.io right now. I'll leave the link in the description so you can play that at least. But unfortunately, you can't play this. So if you were looking to play it, like, you won't be able to, like, this far into the game. But I think if you subscribe, don't quote me on this, maybe ask on the itch page. But it might be written somewhere too, maybe on the Patreon or something. But I think it's on their itch page. I think on their Patreon you can get it. And you get an NSFW version, I believe. I'm gonna go back to that decision. Oh, I didn't save at the end of that. Fuck. didn't save! I didn't save. I didn't save. Well, I was already gonna have to go back to do this, okay? Feels too long, I'm scared I'll get bored and never play again. Yeah, the series so far, I think like every chapter is around an hour, basically, and there's 5 chapters. I've played all of them, so if you're curious, you can check that out on the playlist. This is all, they also redid the whole game, like the beginning of the game, like chapters 1 to 3. So I did play the original game, and I have the new version, like updated version. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to this. Feel a twinge of empathy? Okay, let's go put all your grievances aside to care for him. Okay, and let's turn down that music, because I feel like it's copyrighted. Your bleeding heart cannot withstand the crumbs of his tragic backstory. Clearly, he's just a misunderstood man with issues you can't even begin to comprehend or wrap your head around. And if you've learned anything, it's such a good idea to cater to a man who's treated you poorly. Do you want to talk about it? It feels strange talking out of this gently. You're not sure how to handle it after everything that's happened. This is such a different route. Wow. But the coals of your anger have fizzled out. Your fire, your drive to get away is gone. In its place is the need to comfort him despite everything he's done and threatened to do. Adam's grip on your wrist gets tighter and he rubs his forehead into your back, not wanting to delve further about what's going on in his head. I just want you to stay. Don't go anywhere. It's not safe. You keep saying that. Why do you think it's not safe? Can't say. Are you okay? It's too hot in the room. I can't stop it from spinning. You unwrap his fingers from around your wrist, and he looks panicked that you're gonna leave, but you simply turn towards him. He's flushed, disheveled. He's looking at you with a half-lidded gaze, and his lips are impossibly swollen. Adam teeters as you sit between his legs on the couch. Now those guys are still here, though. But we should at least get you out of this. You say and tug at the bottom of his hoodie, helping him pull it over his head as he raises his arms. You toss the hoodie aside when he wraps you in an embrace, burying his face into the crook of your neck. So soft. His hand glides up your stomach, your ribs. It's less sexual and more intimate. You don't push him away. We should probably get you some water and something to dilute the alcohol at least. No, I'm fine. His body begins to relax and he sounds like he's starting to fall asleep. Just don't leave. Stay with me. Adam mumbles into your skin. Don't go anywhere. I won't. You promise. At least not until he falls asleep. It doesn't take long for him to pass out, his soft breathing warming your skin. His chest rises and falls, even and steady. You're at a loss for what to do now. Can't really make up your mind, so you disentangle yourself from Adam and lower him against the couch cushions. Looking down at him sleeping like this makes him seem so innocent. What happened to him that caused him to be like this? You want to know, to find out. And doing so, maybe that means you should stick around. Insane as that sounds. You decide to at least head to the bathroom to wash your face off. Then you can grab him a glass of water and something to eat to absorb the effects of the alcohol from the bar afterwards. Let me guess, we go to the bathroom and those guys are pounding on the door. The bathrooms are surprisingly empty. An odd state of things, but you'll take it. You head to the mirror and stand in front of the sink. Your own lips are swollen like Adam and your clothes are in a disarray. You tug aside the collar of your shirt. At least there's no hickeys for you to hide. You can't say the same for him, though. Is that a reference? No! There's 3 guys, and they literally tried killing us earlier. You claimed the fuck out of his neck. When did that happen? I don't remember all of that happening. What were we kissing his neck that much? I can't betray her. I can't break my promise. The way he said it made him sound so torn up. It's his mom. You wonder who she is? It's his mom. As you turn on the faucet and cup cool water between your palms before washing it over your face. You don't spot the man coming up behind you. Yeah, here he is. You don't see his dark intent or the blunt weapon he's holding. God damn it, bro. He hit a glass over my head. And when you lift your head, it's too late to duck as the man brings his weapon down in full swing, causing your head to crack against the mirror. Oh my god. Then again when you hit the sink. Oh my god. You collapse to the glass-covered ground with your eyes staring open to the bathroom ceiling, unseeing, unblinking. You're now dead, all because you stuck around to take care of a man who did nothing but hurt you and hadn't proved himself yet otherwise. Oh, this was the bad ending. You died because you coddled him, chat. You died because you put aside your own priorities for him. You died because you were going to let Adam get away with it. You're fucking dead, chat. Bad end 6, a lack of accountability. Thank you, Unknown Hermit. I like this ending a lot. You heard that right, chat. YouTube, I'm looking at you. For all the girlies and the gay boys that are going like, I wouldn't let him do anything. This is what happens. You get killed. Snap back to reality, chat. Yeah, hell yeah, I picked the best choice at the start. Fuck yeah. I thought the best choice was gonna be the middle, but I did want to be like, no empathy. Okay, what's about the twinge of empathy? But it doesn't negate what he's done. Is this more for like a love route with Adam? You can feel empathetic while still holding this fucker accountable. Those feelings can and do coexist. This is definitely true for you. This is probably what most people will pick. But that doesn't mean you're not angry, that you don't hate him. It just means you can acknowledge pain when you see it while knowing that you have every damn right to feel the way you do. So despite your empathy, you refuse to show him any sympathy. Are you done? Nice guy. Adam doesn't respond. You have had a humorless laugh, shaking your head. Oh, okay, I think it's the same. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so this time, and I can do all of this. I can do all of this, chat. I can do all of this. And now we can save. Okay, it was the same, by the way. Because my skip only works for stuff I've done already. So, there was nothing else new. So that is pretty much indifferent from those two endings, basically. But I feel like... Yes, yes. Okay, wait. Oh, there's the God thing. Yeah, I have to go through this, okay. Okay, there, I'll save right as it says, like... Okay. They will always come back to him. There we go, there's my save, boys. Okay, there we go. To be contondered. Nobody gets that reference, I bet. To be contondered. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me. I know this game is mostly... It's a pretty... I think it's cool that we had a death ending, but it is pretty, like, linear in terms of, like, the story. It's more like a kinetic visual novel, but I actually prefer it that way, if that makes sense. Like, I like having the death endings, but honestly, it being, like, a little kinetic and just having those cool story moments is really great. Was great, needed more kithing. I think it needed less. I think it needed sex instead. No, I'm kidding. I think it needed neither. No, I think it was fine. I think it was perfectly fine. Because, you know, you gotta remember that the character canonically hates him, so... Okay, we got Ghost over here going Amazonian on his ass. Reeker. One more CG. Yeah! I will say that I like the CGs we got, and I totally understand that CGs take fucking forever. But man, I would have really liked a CG of Kane holding us. Kane holding us one. And then I would have really loved just at least one more CG. Maybe for when Kane was, like, when we were in the fight scene. Like, maybe for when we had the knife. You know, maybe like a CG, like, somewhere in that knife fight, you know? But, or even in the shootout part of the fight, that would have been cool too. But I totally understand. CGs are really hard, take forever already. It's a lot of extra work on top of the writing. So I get it, But yeah, I do think it was... I do like the CGs we got. They were really good too. Like, I did enjoy them. Lots of big purple himbo. Imagine POV of MC looking up at Kane. Yeah, it would have been interesting. It would have been pretty interesting. But it would have been, okay, more than interesting. But also, I still enjoy it for what it is. I'm surprised people complained about this chapter. But I guess the problem is that there's a lot of young people on the internet. And a lot of young people, I find, just do not have taste. A lot of young people just don't have taste. And their taste is mainly horny. So, personally... I think this is being written pretty good, pretty damn good. Like, I would say it's pretty good compared to a lot of visual novels. And I think there's a good amount of horny to the actual story that's getting, like, portrayed. It's nothing, I won't lie, it's not, like, groundbreaking. Like, it wasn't a huge twist that Adam was sent to kill you. We kind of knew like with the whole cult business thing. I'm calling it a cult for now. I don't know what it is. I'm calling it a cult. But for the whole cult thing, we kind of knew like he was assigned to kill us. Like, and we kind of knew there was something more up with the grandma. Like I know the author isn't writing it supposed to be like some huge grand twist, but it is really nice to get more in on it. Maybe it's a mafia cult. I don't know. They don't seem really Italian to me. I think it's like some religious cult, if I'm being honest. Like, it seems really religious. Like, the guy's literally calling himself God, uses a lot of Christian imagery in his, like, wording, a lot of references to, like, the Bible. So, I don't know. I'm feeling more like religious cult, really. Like, religious, like, I am God, and you will all listen to me, my flock, you know? But I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it's more like a... I don't know. But, yeah, anyways, I'm enjoying that aspect a lot. And I don't know how many chapters the dev planned on making. I know this is the last you're going to see from you and him for a while, okay? So please, if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more of it, you're just going to have to fucking wait, okay? And we should all be okay with that. We got 5 chapters for free of this game, okay? So eventually it's going to come out, but I'm telling you now, if you want to make sure this gets finished and you get to play it or watch it, go to itch.io. I will leave the link for the game in the description. Rate it 5 stars. Tell the developer how much you liked the game, okay? Let them know. Don't tell them what you didn't like. Just tell them what you liked, okay? Because they're not doing it. They're doing it for themselves, but I'm sure they would appreciate that a lot, okay? Just tell them your favorite part of the game. Your favorite character, what you like the most about it, you know. Don't leave out if you have problems with it. That's not the place to say it, okay? Like, just tell them if you like the game. That's all I want to say. And I think they'd really appreciate that. And also rate the game 5 stars, because it totally deserves that much, okay? And with that, I'm clocking out. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, guys. If you're new here, clock that like button, subscribe, as usual. I'm clocking out. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.